Okay. What? Politricks
It's
2.
not your fault.
What is,
Before we start,
how is it? Of course, coming to
We
you.
jump out of the heat directly into the kitchen.
yeah.
It's like an oven in here.
Okay, so what's going to happen today, people? We
We
are
got add some extra toppings to this episode.
Yeah, and our delivery will be on point.
and it's going to be on time.
I know about that time. This damn close.
Product placement, anyone?
So we are in Domino's, Simpson Bay, and of course, Politricks have to come on no matter what.
That has a nostalgic ring to it. Playing dominoes in Simpson Bay.
Right.
Yeah, it works. So you're gonna hear a lot of domino references. I'm warning you from now, just in case.
Get that cheese.
Don't be cheesy. Extra cheese.
Extra cheese. I like when they want jalapenos inside. Oh, it's
Jalapenos? That's what you should see right now. Jalapenos don't come from Italy. Schmuck.
Idiot.
no jalapenos.
Sausage.
It's the way how you say it.
It's the way
You spine when you say something. I don't know why, but
Politricks, of course, what we're doing today is we're talking about the latest what's happening in the lovely politics of St. Martin. A lot has been happening, meaning absolutely nothing. Let me start off with,
it's your fault.
how's it my fault? I took
Because
a break.
it's not my fault. As long as I say it's not my fault, then it's your fault. I said first.
You see,
I didn't call you. I
So-
didn't have a dialogue. I just decided it was my fault. Your fault.
you sound like the Prime Minister
Why?
during the press briefing.
You
Did you watch the last press briefing?
I don't get it. Nonsense.
What?
Alston,
I don't get it.
Alston, you on news desk. You're supposed to.
I read the news. So as I come, I read
I have
it.
a prophetic nature.
I don't have opinion.
I am going to say that press briefing sounded as follows. People of Saman, situation with TV
You gotta project, Prime Minister.
continues to be a very burdensome problem for the people.
Burdenous, that's new.
What is this promise? Double up. Like a
It's
double
almost-
toss and toss pizza.
It's almost like 2 for Tuesdays. No, yes.
That joke was really thin. But just need to step it
It
up.
took 10, I gotta step it up.
Yeah.
I gotta double the look fit. No? Okay, I done.
So,
I finish, or you just make me feel horrible.
You're right out all of it.
hand toss.
Toss for you.
Okay. Now, of course, during the press briefing, the Minister of Tiat, Alston favorite boss, decided to fish ahead of the market.
It's a respect for the
The Deputy Prime Minister, wait the man. I
I
okay.
don't work for government, so I don't
Me
know
neither.
why how she's my boss.
Me not.
Because he was on the same political party when you didn't get it. Yeah, remember the horrible vote you got?
Yeah,
So then, if you the one you say 15,
It's 15.
so you know exactly which 15 people voted.
15, and I want people to think it was 20 something, it was 6, no, 15. When you say 15, you would come. Yeah. There's a reason it says
And how much was you? 9?
15.
15?
15.
Are you in the club?
There's something special. I go figure it out.
That means Brooke and Weaver could join on. You see what they did?
No, I see what it is.
That wasn't hand tossed.
There's two of them. One in Parliament and one in. There's two of them on minister.
Yeah, but it goes to show.
That was flat though.
That was.
Cedric, do you think Chris Pressburg's role today is lead us into not temptation, but into what the government has been doing and hasn't been doing? Because you pay attention for sure.
I have been working diligently at work.
So you haven't been paying attention?
I've been on the hamster wheel, just running in this rat race. The wheel just. If you stop,
It's just getting grayer, but you see the whole team.
how long is this use
Oh,
one place?
I have taken note of disturbing.
Let me see what you're seeing. I did pick up on something.
Infighting
Oh, yeah, I picked up on that.
in my
Fighting.
This is wild because both of them are the same party, so I can't wait.
Not no party, there's no election going on there.
Yeah.
Relax yourself.
So doing a
This is fun. This is ridiculous.
was like you.
We have to address it.
Address it.
Address it.
Then and then you go. Let's go.
I can be serious and I need a company of you.
Okay, go.
Disappointed. Honestly.
You're disappointed that the leader of the Democratic Party.
Why did double six? You have double six, I got double six.
You have double six.
I pose it, right? You pose capital vegetables in the back of the meat.
Yeah. You know, low key, he didn't want people to know, but he actually worked here every day. So when you get to the Andrew Dick and toss pizza, think about that. Think about that.
Let's go.
He's a meat
I
lover.
want to say I'll take it.
Pause. That's crazy.
That was a good one.
He said the only likes to do the meat lovers pizza.
Extra cheese.
They do fish pizza. No.
Just finish, man, Alston, man. Jeez.
Okay, you see,
3 minutes, 50 minutes in.
Stop.
Cedric.
Okay, man. Finish your point, please.
Oh my
Cedric,
That was good.
save us, man.
No, we don't. No pizza will ever be the same again.
But he said to me, you walking, that's why I just be walking over there all the time. You can't park across here for 2 months. We're just in here working out.
This is why they transfer me from Colville to here. This is like another Colville location. But anyway,
Where you from Colville? Yeah, but it's another Colville location.
because remember they have another, like PDP across, they have another
Read the subtitle.
Like PDP? Oh yeah, by the way.
Yes.
Read the subtitle.
So they have two, basically they have 2 dominoes. They have one, you know where PDP is right across. When you pass it, you could.
Forward to Plaza House. That's what it means.
Okay.
And we're not tackling law offices.
Yes, the police station there too, and Sebastiano and all them
So
other
they
crap.
legalized the breaking down of the historical site.
Yes.
In the police station.
The soldier.
Yeah.
These politicians.
Let me go back to DP.
Anyway, yes. Fools. As a, you know, I can see the
We
great.
gotta get you, because remember he had the great.
Yeah.
I'm coming. Tell them wait.
When they reach 5 and half, that was moving.
Yo, are you gonna stop with the dominoes references, please? Can we get through the show, guys?
This is the show. Alright,
Let's
that's
call it. I gotta go pick them up. Hurry. I gotta pick them up.
I apologize.
I am sorry, I'm so sorry, guys. We wasn't ready for this. We was clearly not ready for this.
I want to address the very serious topic, the infighting of the 2 ministers of the Democratic Party.
And who are those 2 ministers?
The Minister of TIA and the Minister of Finance.
No, fighting. When you say fighting, is it more like you do what you do and I do what I do and then don't interfere? Or is it we are the same party, so we should have the same mind? We should have the same goal.
We should be on the same page, moving in the same direction,
and
with
forget
the
being
same objective.
the same party in a coalition.
Exactly.
Because I already have seen some ministers
Crossing
can
the
easily throw whatever
When
the
you
bus
see the ability
because
to
of
communicate, you are in a coalition. Communication is a must. You are supposed to have this.
inner circle.
Yes, we got to WhatsApp, you know, like a group thing, and then we back and forth, be on the same page.
So basically, when you go to work, you just don't just do what you want. You make sure
Look,
you make sure you do according to your governing program. You execute.
Yeah,
Because let's not
Stop right there. Stop right there for a second. You mentioned 2 important words where, as political figures, maybe because I hide behind the hill right now, I don't know. But you said,
I in the middle of trouble. They fighting me, bro.
You said the hair court, politically. What is it? Let it go.
Oh yeah.
Where we go?
By the way, that was funny. They did announce the governor code is out.
It's out,
But nobody
has
has
seen it. It's
Yeah.
a document that is floating around.
Or it's private to them.
And I love the fact that Adisera has picked up on that when we said that we're still looking for the governing program. And then Luke Messalina and Paul USM said, but it's available online. The question is, where? Where it is?
See, now,
Where can be?
Now, this is how maybe my naivety does work, especially in the information. It's not about putting it online. It's about letting us see that you embody it.
Right.
Where's the slogan? We are about the environment. We are investing in the environment. Where's like if the slogan was we party in, nobody would question money being invested in festivals.
Right.
Right?
Like the north side did last year, the year before, it was a year of festival. Gastronomy come out of that. Focus.
Let me say it to old people like English. What taste we doing?
What taste good?
What? No, I ain't gonna exclude myself because at the end of the day, it's all we own here.
We paying tax.
Ready?
Yes.
So what taste we doing? Where taste we going? We knew for a definite period, right? And I'm a reference tale. When we were formally investing in our tourism product by means of the harbor, everything that we were doing was catering to that specific
And it was
area.
part of the map plan before that.
Yeah, the semantic tourist master plan.
Maybe
That's why I was happy that it was being revitalized, because that means we have
Where's the payment back?
no, I mean,
The Phillipsburg beautification project?
no, they have a town hall meeting where they want to hear from.
For Phillipsburg, it's for Phillipsburg.
so.
But they put master plan in the paper.
But not, it was
So-
Island Master Plan. It's Phillipsburg beautification master.
I mean, what's the direction are we at? For example, the Prime Minister talk about healthcare and maybe press on the pump too hard and the balloon bust. But that fragmented, I ain't hearing nothing about a national health insurance.
Yeah, and where did that go?
They don't forget these things, that these are the things that are paramount for our development as a country, right? To get control and properly invest in our healthcare, these are fundamental things. Put your hand up.
Okay, sir.
No, answer this.
The budget amendment, and I'm gonna stick to it. It doesn't. I don't care how
You're
much
a
people.
real politician.
Boy,
You're a real politician.
you like a politician. So they ask the question. So
If I ain't working out, if I ain't go with that, hell I'm going, how much you gonna cost?
Exactly. That's why I mentioned it. Because the fact that up to now we haven't had the amendment discussed in Parliament again is insane. It's almost as insane as in last year we decided to go into the building for the Tourist Bureau, and that was handled prior to the amendment of what? The 2025 budget. We are already almost halfway into the year, and we don't have a budget yet to even say, let's pay garbage haulers so that they can pick up garbage on time.
by the way, a lot of garbage on that street block is crazy today. It's been crazy the last 2 days.
Our little,
Exhibit A.
with you know,
And that back street down there, the back street up. Down.
initially, okay. At some point, it's not, we're not talking about reinventing the wheel, right? What you need to do is reverse course.
Yes. Very good.
Tell them a comment. Tell them a comment.
They just want to send it down the road. I see the other.
Hang up. You know you're busy. You can't take it for no stop. Wait, no, man. We go sugar and done years ago. Good. Thanks. Okay.
They listen to you. They listen to you.
So, back to the central point. What is the direction we're going? And that will determine how much things cost. We consistently putting the cart before the horse, and horses rather pull than push.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I got another one for you. On the same, for the same prime minister. Prime minister was at a energy and environment conference of some sorts last week. Dutch also announced major funding for green energy transformation. And I'm like, we just take a loan, we just take a bunch of millions of dollars
For the generation.
food oil, right there on the market. And the Prime Minister was in a meeting, you know, like a Caribbean regional meeting, talking about.
And you know, that caused a lot of confusion.
You seen even a chat GPT reference plan
that
potential investment.
So for the rest of the year, we're going to focus on agriculture. For the rest of the year, we're going to focus on private sector. For the rest of the year,
Stop.
that is true.
Stop. You stay here.
this is why I work in Domino.
Yeah, but even Domino's more organized.
Cars.
Ooh, bars.
Let's what?
Make your point.
Agriculture. Where are we starting? At which end? Where's the master plan? What do we want to achieve?
Food.
Okay, now food security, then you start with putting aside oils.
Yes, I mean something.
Okay, what's the sign?
Silo is storage, huge storage of certain.
We can put it with a generator.
That is what? You put your silo for rice, flour, start with those. Rice and flour. Start with those.
Non-perishables.
So all one is sugar. Those. Just start with those. Now, once you got them, what will you do? Now you are bagging them and labeling them. So you have a factory. You have employment. These are going into our local supermarket. They are being sold at competitive rates but cheaper. And they are guaranteed to be on the shelf.
Yeah.
Food security.
So what happened to the basket of goods that we want to control but we can't control because it's not our goods?
Because
You know what?
What?
Rum, pum, 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 pum. Don't beat it. That's why.
when they are back to the goods,
Sometimes a beer.
don't get me wrong. My hair is running.
Three.
We talking about food security. Then you start with these basic things.
Yeah.
You ensure that. Then you look for capital investment, and you're going to start with poultry and eggs. We have already farmers doing it.
Several farms.
You invest in them,
Subsidize the
you subsidize them, and that goes back into your food. You talk about food security. And then you ensure that chicken, guess what? Is sold. You know what you start to have to open next to that? A mini abattoir.
Yeah. Abattoir's next level.
Okay?
What is
that? SLS. You got SLS.
Wait.
Abattoir where you butcher animal.
Yeah.
And
So
you
centralized butchery of livestock.
Yeah, but because
So
of the
that
soil that we no, but guys, you don't know what you're talking about. The soil that we have cannot produce anything
Chicken.
because
abattoir, chicken. What?
I just telling you what I read. The soil that we have is not conducive to the environment, therefore we have to import everything. What are you talking about? Or you don't talk things?
It's complete nonsense.
You making it sound like we just grow our own weed, you know. We just grow our own.
A-D-E, streepje, Wageningen.
Oh, you know what, Kanaya?
What is that?
It's a place.
Oh,
Just look it up and look what these
It's a place.
specialize and why the Netherlands, one of the smallest countries in Europe, is responsible for about 50 to 60%
Of the food.
of food.
Or anywhere. Yeah.
It's just
On the map.
Listen, a phone call come in. I gotta go and do a delivery. Come back. We'll be right.
First, and that.
Hey, I'll find that before we come back.
No, I gotta go Phillipsburg. Come back. So let's take a
But
break.
we didn't have in Bush Road if we gotta go for the
I come in, Stacy. I come in. Come in.
We'll be right
We'll be back.
And I fall on my knees. Tell me how to wait a bit. Tell me how to wait more. Tell me all that I should know. And I fall on my knees. Tell me how to wait to go. Tell me how to wait to be. To evoke some empathy. And I fall on my knees. Tell me how to wait to go. Tell me how to wait to see. Show me all that I could be.
Hello, my people. Make sure you tune in to Sit, Sip, and Chat every Monday at 5 p.m. on TV15 and every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m.
And make sure tune in to the late night show with Andrew Dick from Monday to Friday at 10 p.m. with a repeat in the afternoon for no reason. In the afternoon, the late night show at 3 p.m. Thank you, TV15.
Thank you, TV15. Make sure to tune in
Make sure to tune in to the late night.
and Sit, Sip, and Chat.
Late night.
Right now we are in front of Toppers. I decided to come down because I heard Crazy Dave is giving crazy tours. And it's time to find out what's going on with St. Martin's rum. Toppers rum, it's very popular. I see a lot of people posting it online. So I decided to come on down and find out what it's all about. Let me go. Okay, right now we are here with Crazy Dave.
Crazy Dave, at it again.
I heard you're giving crazy tours, so I decided to come and get a crazy tour, a quick late night glimpse of what this rum is all about. Now, you import it from the United States? Do you import it from Australia? Where do you import it from?
So we actually distill our own rum. We need a very special rum. We don't distill it here because the size of the still that we need is huge. So we actually distill the rum off-site, and then we do all of the...
I'm pretending to know what this still means. Because I have no idea what it means.
So what we end up doing here is we do all of the flavors. For the flavored rums, we do the barrel aging, which is what we're going to talk a little bit more about tonight. And then all of the packaging, obviously. And the nice thing, we've got one of our daytime tours that's just finishing up.
Perfect.
Our daytime tour is a little different than what I do in the evening. My focus is on the barrels, whereas the daytime is more about the flavored rums.
And the tasting and so on.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm looking to get a little bit, I can't say messed up, so I'll just say, I'll get a little buzz.
A little happy.
A little happy. Let's go with that.
happy.
So come, let's go and find out what this is all about. So we got a card, so you gotta bear with me, guys. You need to switch it. Hello, guys. Hola. Hola. Okay, so we are coming inside of Toppers right now, and ooh, it's nice and quiet, Dave.
The nice thing about this room is it's air conditioned.
Yes.
So if we have a larger group, it doesn't get out of control. Because when you get our evening tour, I limit the numbers, but during the day we can have up to 30 people in here. 30 people, small space, you can imagine gets a little warm.
Yeah.
But it's all good.
All right, give us a rundown, Dave, please.
First, let me go get you guys some rum punch.
Yeah, rum punch. He knows how to keep somebody here.
Every tour we do always starts with a little Topper's rum punch.
Okay, let's go.
Get some, I'll be right back.
So, we are looking at the different Topper's rum that they have. As you can see, they have a number of flavors. I see in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different flavors. Handmade St. Martin is the team, and I can't wait for the rum punch. I got the rum punch. Dave, come sit next to me so I could tell you exactly how it is. I'm a rum punch specialist.
A connoisseur.
A connoisseur. That's what I was looking for. You know, I shake it and smell the rum a little bit, and then it's a rum punch, right? A Topper's rum punch.
Topper's rum punch. Award-winning.
You made a creeper.
Coconut rum, white rum, spiced rum, pineapple juice, orange juice, cranberry juice, splash of grenadine.
You just giving away your ingredients just like that?
Well,
Nobody does it like you. That's what you want to say.
yeah, I haven't got one handy, but we have an actual baseball cap that underneath the peak, we have the rum punch recipe right there. We're happy to share it with people because that means they're enjoying Topper's rum when they get back home.
That's amazing. That's amazing. You know, he's not confident that he's telling you the recipe. This ain't like KFC. We're going to tell you the recipe because we like the fact that you tried to make it.
Well, we want people to take the rum home to wherever home is and have good memories of when they were here on the island of St. Martin.
Cool.
This
But-
isn't just about Topper's rum, it's also about the island itself.
And that's what I love. The love that is put in here, and that's why my head is spinning. Is that normal?
Well, it shouldn't be spinning yet. We're just getting started. Look at this. We got over 110 flavors of rum.
110 flavors, and I'm just there thinking about the 6 you have on the picture there, and you
All
have.
right, so if you look at that wall, so the top shelf, those are all the awards that Topper's rum has won. We've won a lot of awards. Then
Give me some examples.
the USA Today, we've won several times, best rum distillery in the Caribbean. That second shelf, the middle bottles, which are our signature rums, we've entered them into a number of competitions, won gold medals, silver medals, bronze medals. So that's sort of the display, and it's now finally up to date. We just added the top shelf because we couldn't fit everything in there with all the rum.
I like how humble you are, Dave.
It's not me. Melanie, who's the creator of all of these, she loves to play and experiment. I mean, you know, blueberry pomegranate, bacon and maple syrup, marshmallow, pralines and cream. I mean, she comes up with some amazing flavors.
And it's like St. Martin culture. Over 100 type of cultures that we have in St. Martin, and we have over 100 something rums.
And then the other thing that we've just recently started doing, and that's what my focus is, we've been barrel aging rum now for 6 years, but we've done it different than everybody else. Wow. We have 27 different barrels, and they're all treated differently. So we have 27 different aged rums. They're all 6 years old, but they're all a little bit different. If you look at the lower shelf, you'll see they've all got different colors. They've got different, not flavors like a fruit flavor, but the way the barrels were treated were all different. So we have different toasts, different chars.
And what made you decide to age them? I mean, is it something that people requested, or
It was...
experimenting?
Yeah, if you think about what Topper's rum has done with the over 110 flavors, it's always experimenting with different things, and this was a continuation of the experiment. No one else is doing this in the world. So we treated the barrels all differently. Most spirits companies want to create the same thing over and over. Our idea was, hey, let's keep the experiment going and create 27 different rums.
Okay, no, you got me confused. So it's over 110 or they have 27?
There's over 110 on the flavored side, and then we have 27 more that are barrel aged. In fact,
Let me stand up.
there's the list. As of today, and if Melanie decides tomorrow that she wants to get creative and create another one, then
We can get added on.
we got to print another one of these. Yeah, it's
You notice my astonishment, right? I'm like,
it's
it's a pretty big deal.
there's a lot. Yeah, I mean we've
Let's talk about the barrels. Come, I see that you have people sign it also.
yeah. So the way the experience work. So during the day we have our regular rum tour,
Okay.
and that really focuses on our signature rums, our specialty rums, and then they also do a little cooking with rum next door.
Ah.
During the evening, what I do is I focus on the barrels. All right. If people afterwards want to try something, I'll let them try something. But the focus in the evening is the barrel aged rum. This is something that's really nice for people who are bourbon drinkers, whiskey drinkers, like they're sipping rums, because that's what these are. These are not ones that you're doing a rum and coke with. These are ones you're going to enjoy as a nice little sipping rum. These are all cask strength. That means they're not watered down. They're between 50 and 60% alcohol, 100 to 120 proof. We're going to make your head spin shortly.
But it's already. That's an appetizer.
That's an easy one, yeah. So what we did is we treated every barrel differently. You'll see on the barrels different labels. For example, barrel 3 is T1B. That's a toast one with what we call a bold stave. And these are the staves. There are more blocks of wood that are added that have been charred to create even more flavor and more color.
And what I like about this also is that they also have what are you doing? Oh, okay.
Take a look at the colors there. So this is barrel 1, which is the mildest toast and no stave, versus this one, which is a toast 4 with a medium stave. You can see there's a difference in color very quickly, but there's also a difference in the flavors, because as we do the different toasts and chars, you have more chemical reactions happening with the barrels, and that's part of what I explain. I'm trying to give everyone a little bit of education, help them to understand what it is they're tasting. But the fun really is, as we get into the end of the experience, tasting the rums.
Let me ask, what's the difference between this rum and guava berry?
So guava berry is, we actually make a guava berry rum as well. Guava berry is the fruit, so it's an infused rum with the fruit.
No, but I'm talking about the guava berry rum, because that used to be promoted heavily when it comes to...
Right.
Yeah.
Guava berry rum is actually St. Martin's national drink. And when guava berry stopped being made, we started making a guava berry rum as well. The infused rums are different from the barrel aged. The barrel aged gets all of their flavors and colors from the barrels themselves. Whereas, for example, if we're looking at soursop, we're actually using soursop fruit and we're soaking it in the rum.
Oh!
And we'll go next door and I'll show you how we do some of this. These we do in very small batches. What's interesting about the rum in the barrels is once the barrel's empty, there is no more. Now, we treated these, what we used is American white oak, which is traditionally what you use for bourbon. So we've basically aged the rum in the style of some of the best bourbons in the world. But we're going to continue the experiment. Usually with a bourbon, when you finish the barrel, you get rid of the barrel.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is we're going to refill them and see what happens, the continuation of the experiment. Now,
And that's been happening and it's been working out, or?
We've been barrel aging for 6 years now, and we've got 1, 2, 3 barrels that are now empty, so we're going to do some prep work on them, and then we're going to refill them, and we'll start the clock again. And the part of the experiment is Is it going to take 6 years to get the exact same thing again, or is it going to take 8 years, or is it going to be completely different? Because no one's done this.
That's
no
why
one's done this.
it's a live experiment.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, very important. Where are you right now? Because I finished my juice and I just need to make sure we know where we are. Where are we right now?
We are about to try our spiced rum, and this was the inspiration of doing the barrel aging. I think your cameraman's going to need a little taste too.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we continue our coverage of the distillery here at Toppers. Stay with us.
All right, so this is some of our spiced rum. This was the inspiration for doing the barrel-aged rum. A lot of the flavors that we created to make the spiced rum, you actually get from the barrels naturally. And that's why this was the inspiration of what we did.
Woo-hoo. Let's go. Let's try it.
Cheers.
Ooh! My chest.
Now again, this is 40% rum, so quite often you'll use this in a rum and coke, or a rum punch, or some sort of mixed drink.
You didn't drink yours.
That's because I'm savoring it.
You're savoring.
One of the things that I do in the experience is I teach people the proper way to nose and to taste the rum. So again, it's partly education, but it's a lot of fun, and of course, lots of rum.
Lots of rum. Cheers. You're probably gonna hate me a little bit later on, but that's okay.
Why would I hate you?
Because so much. I'm making you drink again.
Hey, it's what I do. It's what I do. It's work, work, work.
You have the best job ever.
Oh, say hi to Joanna too.
Hey, Joanna. The lovely tour and staff here at Toppers. Oh, he got some snacks.
The other thing, as people enjoy the experience, obviously we've got crackers to help cleanse the palate, but we've also always got a sample of our banana, vanilla, cinnamon, rum infused rum cake.
Nice. So we're gonna try it.
Go for the cake. Go for
the cake. You sure? You're sure?
I'm sure. So it's cooked with the banana, vanilla, cinnamon rum, and then when it comes out of the oven, we add more.
Oh.
Isn't that good?
Oh, this is really good. Cameraman, please. That is rum cake. And it's actually tasty, and you can... And Dave is ready for me.
Of course, we put it into a blue box, and all the ladies say, "Oh, that reminds me of Tiffany's." This is the Tiffany's of rum cakes.
I love that. You see, you think on the consumer also, and that's pretty cool, because you could focus on the rum only, but you use ice cream, you use...
We do gelatos. Some of the gelatos are infused with the rum, some aren't, so, you know, it's perfectly fine for the kids. And when we were infusing things with the rum, we're really trying to get the flavors as opposed to the alcohol.
And I'm tasting the cake still.
Yeah, and with the cake, obviously, because it's been cooked...
Just, if you don't mind me, just taking one more. It's, you know, for research
development.
Yes, research development and big back purposes. Yeah, you're good? Yeah, the cameraman is good. He has to work. If it's shaking, you know. Yeah.
Someone's got to work around here. You and I aren't working. This is more fun.
This is more fun.
And I'll show you around outside in the lobby area. We've got...
I would like to taste the soursop, because soursop is one of my favorite... Yeah, soursop is one of my favorite fruits, and I want to try it. Just a little bit, please. That's not a little bit, Dave.
Of course, that's a little bit.
Okay.
I have bad eyesight. Very difficult to measure.
And you don't even smell soursop. Wow.
Yeah.
The accuracy.
It's because we use the actual fruit.
So you don't even use a fake... Nothing. It actually tastes of soursop, guys.
I'll give you an example. Just peachy.
Peach.
we're using actual peaches, and we're letting them soak in the rum to get the flavors, and then we filter it, and yeah, everything we do is all natural.
Please tell me you guys export.
Well, there's a lot of things happening here. The nice thing, because it's handmade in St. Martin, especially for our U.S. visitors to the island.
Yeah, because I'm
can
sure they
take-
want to take a bottle home or two.
Well, they can take as much as they want. Because it's deemed as handmade, it's considered a craft,
Oh, thank God.
not as an alcohol. We've also started a new shipping program. We have a lot of visitors to the island that come by carry-on. You know, they've been visiting so many times, and they realize the first time, 2 big suitcases, oh, we didn't need all that, so let's we don't even need that, let's just do a carry-on.
Oh.
Well, now you don't have to worry about that, because we'll ship it to your home.
Perfect. So anywhere in the world you can actually ship.
Not everywhere in the world yet, but a lot of places.
Well,
We're
every
getting-
place that has FedEx and DHL, maybe.
We'll get it there. Well, we've got to ship it by sea first to Miami, and then Miami, it gets distributed to wherever people are.
Please, because I mean, this is St. Martin made, and I think that it's important for people to know.
And that's what's also important for us, and that's why it's about the island. It's about the island,
noticed
promoting
that.
the
I
island.
noticed
It's all about, we want people to go home with good memories from here. We get...
Well, the memory I have right now is my head spinning, and I'm still want to come back and get a bottle of myself.
It's early, man.
It's still early.
It's early. Your head's really going to be spinning if you're spinning now. We haven't even got into the fun rum yet.
We're gonna go outside in a few. Dave, amazing work. I just want to let you know.
I don't do the work. I get to have fun because I get to
Be the tour guide.
I get to pour rum. I get to help people drink rum. I get tell really bad jokes, and you know, I have a lot of fun. The person who does all the work is Melanie.
Melanie.
She's the one who's creating all these things. Let me just go run next door and see if we've got something in the buckets.
Let's go.
And I can show you exactly how.
Great. Good luck.
Some of the jalapeno lime.
Amazing, by the way. I can taste the jalapenos.
Well, the reason you can taste them is because we're actually using jalapenos to soak in the rum. Jalapenos and pieces of lime go in there, and we soak and we get the flavors out. And once we have that consistent flavor, we make these over and over. So there's certain ones that we might do one time, but the ones that are very popular, like the jalapeno lime, we want them to be relatively consistent.
And this is the kitchen. And what do you do when the tourists come in the kitchen? You show them how to.
In our daytime tour, guests will start off in the room over there, sampling some rum, then they'll come in here. In the evenings, I only stay in there. We don't do any cooking in the evening tour. But in the daytime tour, they'll come here, and actually we'll get a volunteer from the group, and they will be the chef. And they'll learn how to cook with the rum.
With the rum. I didn't know people cook with rum here. That's a thing?
Well, yeah, especially with some of the flavors. So, for example, we have our tropical rum that's really popular with things like chicken or fish, the jalapeno lime, which you had. I love cooking with that, marinating chicken with it. Go ahead and cook it, and then add a little more to the pan, and maybe have a little on the side.
A little bit on the side, so you get to cook and taste.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
Cook two ways.
Yes.
And this is where we also do all of our gelatos.
Cameraman, please span to the lovely things they have there. Oh, wow.
We bake about 300 cakes a day.
Wow.
Of the rum cakes, 7 days a week. It's just constant production of the cakes.
So it's really popular.
It's really popular. We also hand make the waffle cones here for the gelatos. So everything is done here. During the daytime, this is a very busy place because we've got people who are working on what we need for the restaurant and for the...
And handling tours at the same
and
time.
handling tours at the same time.
That is amazing.
Yep. And then, of course, every now and then, Crazy Dave shows up and crashes the party, and you know.
Yeah,
then
they're
that's-
like, oh, Crazy Dave is in the house.
Yeah,
Let's make some way.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. All right, Dave. Thank you so much for
Thank you guys
the
for
wonderful
coming.
tour. Before we go, I think the handmade cone and some ice cream infused would be amazing.
Gotcha.
Got me? Crazy Dave, Topper's Rum. You know exactly where it is. It's Curacao. You remember where that place is in Simpson Bay? You can't miss it. And
We've also got the restaurant here, so as you come in, you've got the gelato, you've got the rum in the back.
what about the karaoke? Is it still going on? Oh,
8 o'clock every night. Thursday nights is a little different. We have the Broadway show normally on Thursdays. That's going to be coming to an end shortly because the kids are out of school.
yeah, it's a season, right? It's seasonal.
It's seasonal. So sort of mid-June that'll end, and then it'll kick off again in the fall. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some live music at
Nice.
7 o'clock till 8 o'clock, and then karaoke at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I know Toppers is known for the karaoke.
And I'm telling you, after you do the rum tours and experiences,
You'll be singing.
the karaoke is a lot of fun.
I love it. All right, late night show with Andrew Dick. Thank you so much again, Dave. Amazing.
Great to see you guys.
Great to see you. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Hello, my people. Make sure you tune in to Sit, Sip, and Chat every Monday at 5 p.m. on TV15 and every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m.
And make sure tune in to the late night show with Andrew Dick from Monday to Friday at 10 p.m. with a repeat in the afternoon for no reason. In the afternoon, the late night show at 3 p.m. Thank you, TV15.
Thank you, TV15. Make sure to tune in
Make sure tune in to the late night.
and Sit, Sip, and Chat.
Late night.
Check out the place, man. Tell your boss to go.
Listen, only because, or just because John my boy, that's why I'm making sure I clean it in there.
Andrew.
They don't care that you take out people the phone for them.
Listen, don't mind my business.
Anyway, let me start with you. Peak press,
You got it?
It's recording already.
You got it?
Yeah, they saw me mopping.
You got it? I'm glad to do it.
Listen, all you got to stop being cheap. You don't know what we drivers.
Like rum. What you smell like?
I had to go Toppers, come back. Yeah.
So what you want to do top one?
Tacos on a pizza, they can't walk from here to there.
I'm doing two things in this. Let's go.
You walk in tacos.
I stop bringing the phone, please. All right. Final segment of the Politricks.
Hang off, it's easy.
So we decided on something very important, which is the Poignant's prison. We have to discuss. It's the elephant in the room that's locked up.
Do not end up there.
Yes,
It will cost you 17 million.
that's a lot.
17? Yeah, so
You know what's crazy? I remember when it was announced that we partnered with a European organization to build the new prison.
oh yeah,
We
that's
feel it.
because particular politician had make a lot of noise about how low standard the prison was. Because
Yeah, but
and everybody was
I
like,
have
how many cursing people going there?
I have a problem with-
Look me up.
I have a problem.
Let's be
No, let me say something.
Well, I mean, she got noticed about it because
I have a problem with the fact that we are investing in our prison system instead of investing in our schools. And I don't want to sound like too much like a politician. But that's what it is, you know. But that's what it is. Though. When last we built a school? When last we built a school?
the last school up in Simon, I believe is Mackay.
So,
For that, they have Charlotte Bush. So, if we could go down that road, but the point is the prison for 40 years or 30 years or what
when we
it's been low. Human standards.
we can have the argument.
Yeah, that's what
You mean that's
However, in our modern society, since the advent of justice systems, one thing goes hand in hand with the next.
Yeah.
Not only do we have an inadequate prison, and I know for a fact, I wrote one of the initial reports years ago about the condition of the prison.
And let's not confuse it with the holding cells.
No,
In
the prison.
Pittsburgh.
The prison, I mean, a bike, look, inhumane, right? No one talk about it. I wrote a report about the inhumane conditions.
Yeah.
You put any human being, regardless of what they did, in those circumstances, they are not coming out.
Rehabilitation. No, they didn't come back to
That's
the
no rehabilitation.
No.
We are part of a kingdom where they are so far advanced in their justice system, in their prison system, that is actually geared towards rehabilitation.
Yes, that's true.
You're supposed to come out of that system that you came in. The circumstances that you were involved in, that's why people like Richard Sapolsky, Robert Sapolsky, we have to understand determinism. Understand how the decision making right now makes peace. That's why you're right. Education needs to be approached. But again, we need to start fundamentally changing our philosophy and the way we think. When I say Robert Sapolsky, determinism, I am sure not one member of parliament, not one minister have a clue of what I'm talking about. And then you want to talk about dealing with justice system by building a fancier prison with better locks.
There was only 63 votes.
And then the people come out and go back into the same social conditions.
Was that one?
After being treated like that,
Did you think one of them was a 50? No.
but I keep on here.
What do you think about the prison thing though?
First thing, it's I follow everything of what you're saying. It's way below human standards to be holding people like that. Yeah, everybody understands. Yeah, everybody come in.
No,
that's not the point. They're human beings still.
And you want them to be
There are
rehabilitated.
food issues up there. Oh, there's not even going for that. That's food issues.
Health,
Water issues.
Yeah.
They constantly had.
They don't get a psychiatrist or a
Don't forget
psychologist.
people get shot in the jail. Don't forget that happening.
Machete the gun. Don't forget machete.
Gun,
They get
Machete cut out
gun,
inside. The
3D printer or something, gun or something.
How many underpaid guards have been found in some sort of situation, and because imagine you're underpaid from your employer to take this risky job, but inside of there you could get paid more. And you got family, you got bills, you got stinking GB bill looking at you. You got all of this. Give me a sponsor. No. You got stinking GB bill creeping up on you. And what do you expect people to do? So every time that happens, right, and yes, integrity is all of that, but the environment you put people in. Could you imagine being a guard up there, you be threatened at your job and you don't get paid nothing?
and they threaten your family.
Threatening your family?
Yeah.
Small community, everybody, etc., etc.
Right.
So the point is this government supposed to be a set of intellectuals, supposed to thinkers. I want to see more thinking. I want to see holistic and.
Do you really want to see more thinking or you want to see
No,
action?
yes, but
Because
based on a
thinking is just them talking and then you will
when I say
you're doing it third.
no, not talking. Thinking in don't mean talking. This is what you're doing now. When I mean thinking, right? It's when you thought about, when you think about, you want to change your prison system. Then you need to understand determinism. Then you going to understand the environment these people come from. Then you going to understand the education system. Then you going to understand the holistic nature of these discussions.
That's connected on a small island. Cedric, how old you have reporters? Because according to me,
14 years since I applied me for some bullshit.
already. So
15.
I
And that was all in. And I worked for 14 years.
2011.
I worked for 14 years. It's going on 13 years.
You see what I'm saying? I know there have been several ministers of justice that hit day one, and even Batman, he forget about that.
Yeah. But he has a lot of things though.
With a lot of plans already in place for the new prison.
Yeah, but government stability is something
I
else.
think about 4 or 5 ministers right now.
Let's bring it right back. No governing program. We don't know where we're going. So come up with some slogans, give us direction so we can understand the bigger picture.
Send the PDF.
We need to understand where we're going in terms of healthcare.
Yeah.
For
The 13 workers at the hospital is 30 now.
Other than the hospital.
no, I mean health. When I said healthcare,
Yes, the system.
healthcare,
Yes.
the system,
Building a bigger place.
bigger place, and anyway, healthcare, direction. What about the environment? We're talking about tourism. I keep saying it, and I'm gonna say it over and over. Florida makes $19 million a year just off its
Yes.
wetlands.
Oh, yeah, right.
Now we got here, I was here only 2 weeks. Think outside the box. Ministers, all right. That position is appointed. The egos drop them to work together, communicate. I'm literally looking bad. And you know me, I would go out of my way to say as positive as it can be. I simply cannot.
Yeah.
Opposition, you are too weak.
Secret. And this is a week, this is a week, this is a week.
Calm down.
Touchdown and fall too, so it's a good week to not go down here. I don't stunt on them.
Get your act together.
Yeah, they looking straight.
Get your act together.
You think if you say it louder, they go listen?
Okay, I know. I see your boss with okay, like, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yes. Because he's like getting scared. He's like, yo, we still have to operate here.
No.
2 days ago.
Extra pepperoni, yes.
Extra pepperoni and extra cheese.
Stop.
Okay. Next week we shall be back.
You know, I want to think about
What's up?
something to think about.
Okay.
Everybody think. You know that I is an illusion.
The what?
When you look at your feet, who is the you looking at your feet? That's what he said.
Wow. Something to think about. Politricks, of course.
That's secret.
Hopefully Chris is back next week. I don't like them though. I gotta go back on shit.
What you gotta do? They don't know you.
Special things. Toppers. And of course Domino's
That way you do. You went to
hosting us.
Where were doing top?
Make sure you try the store. It's so good.
Hand off.
It's hand off. Just like just like everybody else. Make sure you try the melty cheese. Till next week, bye bye. Are you shit?